So sometime in 2006, we should be starting the study at Harvard.
Are you a DEA agent?
No.
You're not?
No. But I'd like to just keep my talk.
This is a conference, I believe. I'm Mark McCloud, a fellow lecturer.
Let me just give my lecture. There's a question and answer period at the end. Okay? Yeah, you can wait for the question and answer period.
You're not a DEA agent?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why not? You've been
No DEA. But
I would say that if John was a DEA agent, we'd have this study approved a long time ago.
okay, I'll wait, Rick.
So-
I'll wait. That's the story, Rick.
so
We'll talk about it more or less.
Yeah, cover
Right
it
in a minute.
wow.
up. Check it out.
Nice to be home with friends.
Depends what kind of friends you have.
Yeah. Well, maybe true. I suppose I could say that of all of you, but hold on.
How come you turned in Leonard Picard?
I did not do that.
Your testimony helped.
You haven't
I never
testified since December 4th, year 2000?
It's all public record, dude. Why try and lie about it?
I have not lied once already.
You haven't testified for the DEA since December 4th, my birthday, by the way, the year 2000.
Public record, people, wake up.
Continuing testimony of Picard's trial should come up again. This is public record, Agent Halpern.
But he's not a DEA agent.
Oh, why, Rick? Why? He's been reporting since December 4th, 2000.
A lot of people came here to talk about MDMA and other research that's occurring right now. And if I'm not doing this work, then there is no coming back to Harvard.
And work with the American natives?
Okay, I think this is a discussion we should have, but I would
When?
ask...
Now! No!
That's not what everybody is here for. That's not what this is for. I think as soon as this is over, then we could sit down and talk about it. I think it's fine to do it, but I think all these people have come here for something different, and it would not be respectful to do that. We should have this conversation, but I'm asking you politely, could we have this discussion after this panel?
Can we talk about that?
The study that I'll be starting is with 12 individuals dying of cancer who are asking for help because they have anxiety and it's not being treated by standard medications. And they have limited time. And they'll be given, all of them will get MDMA. Some will get an ultra-low dose of 25 milligrams. But at least I can say to everybody that they will get MDMA when they participate in my study. And the other 8 will get a therapeutic dose, we hope, of 125 milligrams of MDMA split across 2 different times. And then the second time, starting off with 125 milligrams, and then 2.5 hours later getting half of that. And we'll be doing daily measures for pain and anxiety. That's the sort of work I want to get to. We've been looking hard at how hallucinogens may or may not cause harm. And now we feel ready to try to start looking at how they may be therapeutic. And I think the most exciting thing will be hearing, of course, that we might be able to do something with LSD and with psilocybin for cluster headache. But that is really dependent on how well things go in this particular study, too. So, if you want to have research start again, it's about to. And I think that's a good thing. And that's now. Thanks.
Goddamn floating elephants in the room and everyone's like a goddamn zombie.
lost the Batman.
Here we go.
If you're an artist and you see your artwork in here, if you don't mind using it. So the way that the treatment works at the Evoca Therapy House, before they come in, they're screened. There's an application, a physical exam, and drug tests. They come into the facility and are supervised for 12 to 24 hours to make sure that there's time for the drugs to get out of their system, because if Ibogaine is taken with heroin or speed or other drugs in the system, it can make those effects much stronger and cause a bad reaction. And then after the supervision period, they give them Ibogaine. They lay down in a room with the facilitators there, and that will last for 1 to 2 days, depending.
We're pretty much out of time. I would just like to, I would just like to say that most of these studies would not be happening if it weren't for the generosity of John Gilmore, who's been our major supporter at MABS. Renee Reyes is also a donor is here. And so these are studies that really require us from the psychedelic community to support. I'd like to also really express my appreciation for John Halpern. The work that he's doing at Harvard is central. If we wouldn't have his participation, we wouldn't have any of this happening at Harvard. And it's quite courageous in some ways what he's doing, because the DEA is not at all pleased or happy with this. We will have much more time for talking in the supplemental program from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock tomorrow, Saturday, and the rest of us will stay around afterwards as well. So thank you very much for coming to the seminar.
You should all hear this. You should all hear this. Please now, we just point at more clearly here the truth about the way of introduction, my name is Mark McCloud. I flew in from San Francisco, hired by the Gaia Media Foundation to lecture here at the great 100th birthday of Albert Hoffman. As a matter of public record, I got permission in the case of the United States of America, we find the following in the Discovery Company. Mr. John Halpern has been a witness for the DEA since receiving complete immunity and agreeing to act as a government witness at trial. Halpern was interviewed at length by DEA, personally signing his interview reports at the conclusion of at least 9 meetings with DEA in Boston and San Francisco, starting on my birthday, December 4th, the year 2000. Continuing December 8th, 2000, February 26th, 2001, March 28th, 2001, April 17th, 2001, July 31st, 2001, September 2001, May 31st, 2001, and May 17th, 2002. See attached transcript.
Is it true, Halpern?
Is it true, John? The government forced the defense attorneys to photograph the reports of Halpern rather than providing photocopies. At the interviews, Halpern cooperated in great detail, even to the point of discussing a shoplifting episode by his wife some years earlier and referring DEA agents to other researchers and individuals. During this period, according to reports released by the government, Halpern also privately tape recorded its telephone conversations with numerous individuals about the seizure and provided these tape recordings to his controlled DEA agents, including Artie Hubbard from the San Francisco office. Special Agent Artie Hubbard complained to DEA agents about not being reimbursed for the cost of the tape recorder. provided the DEA with all emails between himself and Albert Hoffman, Sasha Shulgin, and other researchers. The extent of his continuing cooperation remains unknown at this time, but he is still under the immunity agreement and will be indefinitely. It is unknown if his grant for LSD research was influenced by these events, although any DEA review of the grant would meet with no objection as long as he continues to cooperate under the terms of his immunity agreement. Halpern was not required to testify at trial, although subpoenaed by the government to be on notice to testify. Some months after the defendants were sentenced to life, 2 life terms, his best buddy, 30-year sentence for the other guy, Halpern received his LSD grant from the government. Thank you very much.
Yes, please talk. We want to hear your side.
You want to hear Halpern?
What's the answer?
Okay, I just want to say one thing.
Where's John?
Okay, whatever. I want to say one thing.
Whatever.
Let's talk to my lawyer.
Okay, this was all about something between John and Leonard Picard. That's what
Oh,
we
is
just
that all
heard.
it is? What about Albert? Why drag him in?
Okay. What I want to say is that I had an opportunity to speak to Leonard.
You have a computer, look it up, guys. Hello.
I had an opportunity to speak to Leonard from inside prison. And I spoke to him on the phone and I said, Leonard, what do you think about MAPS working with John, working to try to develop psychedelic research? And he said that he understood what we were trying to do and that he was supportive of our efforts. So that for me was sufficient.
Check it out, everyone. That's John.
Rick, where's John? Well, it's very hard for us to talk about this without John speaking about what actually happened. Okay, we can speculate about what happened, and we are more likely to conclude that the wilder speculations are more likely to be true if we can't hear John's side of the story.
You can talk to him anytime one-on-one. He's 100% available.
Well, we like it
Well,
in
and where is
public.
he?
Well, we're right. He's right up there. And guess what? He's not yelling back. Did you notice that? He did choose a more peaceful route than that.
Well, he did say, do you want this research or not?
That
Just asking questions. What did this guy do to his best friend?
Life sensitive.
So go get him and let's see.
Sell out.
We just
We
want
have
to
not
hear.
cleared the air
You
here.
sleep with the
Oh, that's
devil.
true. But I would think, okay, I would
Hey,
say, I think that likely is like our surprise, the applicants were redemption, there is
First they have to admit it. I helped defend my best friend for life. And then he could redeem himself.
Go get Halpern.
no, it's a career. Okay, I'll just say, as I said, that
Pat him on
Leonard,
freedom? Pat him on love?
John.
Nice to meet you.
If half of what you said is true, half of it isn't true. I bet there would be a lot of people that actually did know this world is a
They're doing life.
I've never met you before. and I've never met this other person before. And when people grab a hold of, total hold of what they think is true, they run a mile with it. And if it was really true, would I be working with Indians and winding up publishing on peyote actually being healthy for them, finally giving them some strength to stand up stronger to the government? Would I file an amicus curiae brief in support of the União de Vegetal? Would I have gone into court to defend a Native American parent to offer peyote to his son? Would I have done any of this? The answer is no. It's no. So it's pretty obvious.
Apparemment, il a eu une
Oui, mais personne ne
That is a very long conversation. It's true. And the letter wasn't Okay, I'm here for a whole weekend. Come to me, talk with me. I have nothing to hide. No, actually I don't. I have nothing to hide. So if you want to sit down with me publicly up there, that's fine with me. But standing with this is not.
Or somebody knows. You can turn them in. Yes or no?
That's very easy. No. No.
Public record.
You're wrong. No. So you make stuff up. You make stuff up. There's a lot of mistaken assumptions. That's for sure. I don't lie. You know, why am I coming in here if I can't talk? It sounds like people want to just vilify me.
Un ami a assassiné 3 enfants, moi aussi, tu vois.
Thanks.